I'm Michael Krigsman, an industry analyst and the host of CXOTalk. We're at BroadSoft Connections 2017, and I'm speaking with Glenn Johnstone, who is the CEO of Vodafone Next Generation Services. Hey Glenn, how are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. Good, thank you.
Tell us about Vodafone Next Generation Services.
So Vodafone Next Gen is basically a UC provider. We've got a lot of experience of history of providing UC services into both businesses and residentials.
So who are your customers?
We're focused on a business customer, so we look at providing them a UC service, largely based on BroadSoft, but they're also with the mind that we're looking at their customers.
One of the themes at this event has been the changing expectations of customers. And you work with a lot of different businesses, so what are you seeing out there in the market?
I think we're seeing that the pace of change and the complexity means that you've got to really keep things very intuitive and simple. You really have to downplay the technology side of things and look at a customer consuming a service.
What's driving this shift in customer expectations?
Well, I think it's a lot of things, but the pace of change is not slowing down, and now there's more ways than ever to communicate. So a customer is looking at us as a trusted advisor to help them out with all of those technology options.
The issue of speed and being responsive, I have to imagine, is a crucial one as well.
It is hard, yeah. So you've got to keep up pace, and that's where the customer, particularly medium-sized businesses and below, they struggle with the pace of change. They can't, they're working on their own business, let alone looking at technology options. So you have to really provide them with something that's simple, easy to use, easy to consume. You have to really invest heavily in seamless and intuitive interaction, portals, what it looks like, GUIs, whatever else. But also you have to invest heavily in a seamless onboarding process. You have to make it very easy to become a customer.
How does that contrast with the kind of state-of-the-art inside most onboarding processes today?
Yeah, I think we tend to take a bit more of a hands-on approach, making sure that we guide customers on board. We take care of the actual business change part of the program, and the actual technology is not that difficult to deploy. It's actually about the change management process within a customer.
And especially, I suppose, if you're selling inside larger organizations, that becomes even more acute.
That's right. So you tend to get a trade-off there. They have their own IT staff that you can work with them from the technology point of view, but the business process and business change side of things becomes more important.
It's very interesting that you describe yourself as that trusted advisor.
That's right. So trusted advisor is very, very key because it creates that relationship there that allows you to then bring in more technology as things are developed and released.
And it's interesting also that you said that it's not just a matter of the technology, but the processes and the change management that's required.
That's right. I mean, customers are after an outcome, a productivity increase, or getting to their customer base. They're not really after the technology itself.
Where is all of this technology going?
Yeah, it's a good question, and it's hard to say because it changes so rapidly. But I think the key themes are pretty well known. Security and privacy is probably at the fore of most of the discussions in terms of what's happening next.
And what else are your customers telling you that they're demanding? I have to imagine security and privacy are just top of mind.
They are. I think also that there's so many different other pieces of information flowing in. So the prevalence of IoT, analytics, whatever else, it's great stuff, but of course it's hard to consume. There's so much of it.
So elaborate on that. That's really interesting.
So you're trying to get to the point where you're consuming or actually creating the change process, so giving them the information rather than just the data. And that also means pulling in all of those information streams from different providers, different aspects of their business.
Glenn, what about the mindset and the cultural demands of change?
Yeah, so it is hard. That's the change process because you get some businesses that are very agile and can change rapidly, which is fine, but a lot of the customers that you particularly still have a PBX or whatever, so you can read into your UC, it is quite a large change for them. So you have to be very hands-on and engaging with senior management in particular that it's going to be a change process.
What advice do you have, Glenn, for organizations that are looking to adopt these solutions?
I think it's to not look at the technology. I think you need to look at what you want out of it and try and create a solution from there rather than trying to just pigeonhole the technology.
That's really interesting. So even though we're talking about technology, that's not, shall we say, the challenge point.
That's right. I mean, we're already in the technology game, but of course your customers by and large aren't, right? So you have to make sure that they're not being sold to with a technology angle or whatever else. You're driving whatever they're trying to achieve out of it.
And if you were to summarize the Glenn prescription for change management success with unified communications, what would that be?
I think it's do small iterative changes. So start small, begin the journey, start with lead adopters, whatever else. But it's just really managing the journey and the expectation at that point.
Okay, Glenn Johnstone, thank you so much.
Thank you. Cheers.